we would now request for the panel to get ready, and I would ask for the setup to be done for the same. While the stage has been set for our first panel, I would like to give you, and utilize the time for giving you a quick insight about what exactly is expected from this panel session. So autonomous cyber AI and machine learning revolutionizing the cyber defense. This panel will be talking about for the next 45-50 minutes on how cybersecurity has been enhanced and revolutionizing using the cybersecurity's latest techniques, machine learning and artificial intelligence, which is now a key player, not just in cybersecurity, but for every single industry in the world right now. And some of the esteemed panel members who are going to take the stage for the next 45 minutes and discuss on this topic include Mr. Kushal Kumar Varshney, President and CIO and Industry Speaker, Mr. Naresh Kumar Pathak, CDIO from Dhampur Bioorganics, Mr. Himanshu Sharma, CTO from GRAMAX, GMR Group, Mr. Upkar Singh, Head of IT from Gujarat Fluorochemicals, Mr. Manmeet Thakur, CTO and CISO and an renowned industry speaker, and of course, the honorable moderator is going to be Dr. Sushil Meher, Head of Health, IT and Cybersecurity from AIIMS. So, ladies and gentlemen, request all of you to kindly be here for the next 45-50 minutes and enjoy this wonderful panel session. And I would request the panel members to kindly stay on stage here. A big thank you to the esteemed panel members here. And for the next 45 minutes, they are going to discuss on this very crucial and very, I would say, relevant topic and session. And all over to Dr. Sushil for moderating this session and the captain of the ship to take this panel ahead. So wishing all the best to this esteemed, powerful industry panel. Ladies and gentlemen, all over to you, honorable panel members, and all over to Dr. Sushil. All over to you guys.
Good morning to everyone. Thanks to the organizer to inviting us in such a beautiful panel sessions. Cyber security is not a new nomenclature to everyone, not in the corporates. Each and every of own lives also part of that. And some extent, many people, they face the problems due to the cyber breach. What the data is showing it, India is $4 trillion economy, but cyber security mitigation is $10.19 trillion. Why it is? Because we are, without considering any security, going for the digital transformations and limited, keeping the scope to secure our application and data. And many things, many events, people, they say, what is insecure? Some people, they say data, some people, they say identity. Some people say both. But everybody, people are using AI in their digital transformations. If data is not secured, your identity is not secure, even your AI model is not secure. Many incidents, it has been reported recently. You must have heard about data poisoning. Model poisoning is coming up in large scale. So right now, in this topic, what it has given to us, automate cyber AI and ML, regulation of cyber defense. How AI will help us to secure our critical infrastructure. This is already been discussed by one of the main agencies in the government of India, NCIIPC, which is an autonomous body reporting to PMO. And yet they have to come up with a maturity model of cyber security of all domains. Very soon it is coming to the domains, in all domains. Okay, the first question is how AI cyber security can help stop cyber attack. In these questions, how do AI-powered threats differ from the traditional attacks? The questions I am asking to Mr. Kushal.
You were saying it's how?
How AI cybersecurity can help stop cybersecurity attacks? Means the traditional attacks and the AI attacks, how it is different? Because it is a different kind of situation to the those who are in the cybersecurity domain.
So traditionally, the old days, the old kind of antiviruses, when we were having definitions, the cycle time of any attack coming in, any virus or any those kind of earlier, means I don't hardly we used to hear about ransomware. It is more about your old days bugs. But now with the modern day threats, the ransomware, newer and newer names which are coming up. So it's not just signature based tools which are required. It is also behavioral, right? So when there is so AI is a tool which is not just used by good people, it is also used by bad people or bad actors also. So they are increasing their intensity, they are increasing their perimeter. They can approach earlier if they can attack maybe couple of users or couple of organizations. Now at mass using they can attack many people. If we don't have, like in your laptop or in your server, certain definitions are not there, but basis the behavioral analysis, if you have that AI ML engine or AI ML expertise in that tool, so it can control, it can isolate. So that is how AI is playing a very crucial role in safeguarding our data, identity, everything.
Yeah, thank you, Kushal. See, what the Kushal is saying, the things which is not possible by the human being and manual systems, can a tools which can work intelligently to detect those things very fast. So that's why judging the behaviors of the attackers, it is very difficult task to individually to detect. So AI is one of the tools, greatly it is helping to the many domains, to many organizations. Thank you. Next, same questions, can you answer something, Upkar, that why AI essentials for detecting and responding to these attacks? It is the same question, so it is the how AI and cybersecurity.
Yeah, sure. Thank you, Sushilji. And good morning, everyone. So this is a very pertinent topic in today's time. And when AI, we are talking about AI, it is very an essential element now in cybersecurity. So AI in cybersecurity, I believe, can help stop the cyber attacks by enabling the real-time detection and rapid response, right, to the threats that are more complex in nature for a traditional tools and methods. So for example, if I say the AI enabled system or AI powered systems are using machine learning algorithms and which analyze a large set of network data, server data, identify the unusual behavior as Kaushal mentioned, right? And identify that and then raise a flag for the potential risk that can become. So consider for an instance in manufacturing also, where the sector I belong to, the AI can monitor the OT environment, operational technology network continuously, and see if an attackers try to sabotage a system and it is different from the normal behavior, right? So it can stop that, it can isolate that system from the network, reducing the downtime, reducing the production loss and all. So I believe this kind of proactive right? And self-learning approach, right, is going to add much more resilient defense against the upcoming or emerging threats.
Yeah, thank you. What he is saying, uh, the threat is so fast. You need real-time observability and reactive to the proactive. How will you convert to this? You need something where you can act very fast to resolve the issue and mitigate the issue and come to your business uninterruptedly. Next questions, it is to Manpreet. Uh, is AI changing the cybersecurity industry? The traditional security measures fails against AI-powered attacks. The rule-based detections is outdated and signature-based systems fails against the polymorphic malware. So how you look towards these things? Yeah.
Okay. So good morning, everyone. So very well questions, sir. So definitely AI is changing the cybersecurity trends and the technology, or we can say the competency also, because this, as Kushal and Upkar also well said, that it has been used by enemy and it has been used by friends also, right? The enemies are basically using to do a more sophisticated attacks, like a phishing attack, deepfake attacks, and then that's why the trend has been changed, right? And then attack has been increased so many because of the help of the AIs, and I think attackers are using much better way. And on the other side, it is also helping the organizations to actually do a threat detection point of view, like it is helping organizations to do the false positive attack reduction, where our SOC analyst and the SIM tools are capable enough to minimize the false and positive, so the team can focus that targetedly to the real time of attacks. And I think mean time detection and mean time response is faster because of the AI. And the other side also, we have to understand AI is nothing, it's a tool basically, right, which work on the machine algorithm and give the response basis on the data whatever he's having basically. So from the recent or latest threat attacks, basically I would say it is more need to be improved at that side, but whatever the attacks has been performed or the IOCs are existing available on the internet or the dark web, so machine learning is definitely helping us to protect and defend and create a strong defensive mechanism, and that's all my saying.
Yeah. Anyway, what you is saying that if you have a SIM in traditional SIMs, it is not possible to detect real time and act very fast. If you detect also, you have to do two things here. You have to do the investigations and respond to it. And it is a big challenge for it. If AI-based SIM, if you have, how to mitigate this one? Same questions I'm asking to, who will take the question this? You take.
So I think, Dr. Saab, you mentioned about the speed, right? How fast the organizations or the infrastructures or this side of the table has to manage the so-called attacks, AI-powered attacks and everything. So essentially, the term which is coming out at speed is survival. Mohapatra Saab, Major General Saab mentioned about the body language or the anomalous behavior of certain individuals or any potentially suspicious identities on an airport or at a railway station and so on and so forth. So people have started questioning and pointing that out. The same is the perspective where the anomalous behavior has to be pointed out by the AI-powered protection systems. So that's where the AI buys you those crucial seconds. Like when there's a fire hazard, we say that it's essentially the first 3 minutes. It gives you the time to evacuate. Same is the case where AI actually buys you those initial crucial seconds where you can think about the preventions and the resilience and kicking up your countermeasures and so on and so forth. That's what AI's power is all about. I think one perspective which we all collaboratively have to start speaking more and more about is the awareness and the skill set development. Now, everybody has been talking about the technology. Everybody has been talking about more and more AI utilization because the adversaries are using it. Of course, we have to use it. At the same time, the adversaries do not have to really think about the laws, regulations, ethics part of it. And at this side of the table, we have to continuously talk about, okay, ethical usage of AI and so on and so forth. So how do we measure, bring that balance and bring that awareness level towards how do we effectively utilize AI? So a collaborative approach alongside government, the enterprise ecosystem, the critical infrastructure ecosystem, we have to start talking about how do we ensure, how do we take more measures about bringing up the skill set towards the right and effective utilization of AI. I think that's another perspective which we all have to collaboratively start speaking about.
Yeah, you have pointed out very good 2 points. That is the manpower, skilling and reskilling, because in cybersecurity domains, you have to be reskilled always. But internationally, 32 million cybersecurity professionals needed it. I does not fill even 20% of that. And real trained, experienced cybersecurity professional is around 80%. It is not available in the market. Second part, you have to talk about the AI. Last 20 years, I am teaching AI to the post-graduation students in AIIMS. Within my CIO, CISO groups, I have already been discussed many times, even many places I have discussed also. I did not get the answer this one. Even though I have raised in the questions in the IDC also. When we are talking about AI, how many people understand actually what is AI? What is actually AI? Everybody talk ML, machine learning language, then NPLs, then it will talk some few names. Whatever you are getting the AI models, it is a black box to you. I'll come to this one later part. Next question is, what is the AI and machine learning can do for the cyber security? And this is the question to, again, Naresh. Machine learning identifies the anomalies of and patterns. Okay, what kind of pattern of attacks it is coming up, that anomaly is there. Then another, you use NLP, it is automated the investigation and threat hunting. What have you experienced in your domain, what you have worked in the cyber security? Can you give some real use cases if you have?
So, thanks, Dr. Sushil. Hello, everyone. See, irrespective of AI application in cyber security, there are three important components, the people, process, and technology. So, of course, AI will definitely playing a significant role, but still the people and process, they will remain an important piece. You cannot, ignore that. Now, if you talk about the real application, the most applicable part is threat intelligence. So when you say threat intelligence, it comes to detection and the prevention. These are the two, what I have seen, in my, because I related with, I come from the manufacturing background. So I related with where we use AI tools for predictive maintenance. Now where we have a lot of data generating, for example, from boilers and other machines, and from the set parameters, we get the alerts and also the response on the basis of that particular issue, what we need to take, what action we need to take. The similar thing applies to the threat intelligence in both cases. The second piece comes to the incident response and the automation. So now when you apply with the application of AI, the response and automation both becomes, where the system will take action before it will send the alert, and the actions will already be taken. The threat will be stopped. It will not spread into your environment. And the third piece comes to your network and endpoint. So in all these three areas, the applicability of AI, what if I say, I'll not say the most of the organizations are really taking the benefit. It depends upon the business domain, where the critical infrastructure really matters a lot, and how the business risk also matters a lot. So these are the couple of, I'll say, the areas where we can see the real advantage of, and the most goes into the threat intelligence, I will say. Yeah.
That's why many people, they prefer to do AI-driven SIEM SOAR. Now I'm coming to another things, that is the new threats in identifications and the prediction by the AI. Mr. Upkar?
Yeah, excellent. Just to add to what Naresh has, shared with us, right? My views on this question is that so AI is bringing a new era to the threat identification and detection by enabling the faster and more accurate detection of both known as well as unknown threats, right? Unlike the traditional tools and the methods, which basically runs on the static rules, AI-powered systems uses, as we discussed, the machine learning algorithm along with the behavior analysis, and they flag the potential risk which can harm the organization in advance. So in manufacturing also, like for when we talk about the prediction, threat identification, so AI can monitor continuously. So now in an organization environment, say about the manufacturing, where on the OT and IT convergence are happening all around for the digital transformation requirement, there is a huge data set at the manufacturing data which is getting generated every minute, every seconds, merged with the energy as well as the quality data. And you believe me, this manufacturing data is so important that all OT networks has to be protected from the IT world side, even from the outside, right? If considering that, the threat identification in a way to the OT network really helps. A AI system can see a abnormal behavior of any machine, that it can alert the system or the security teams accordingly to take the protective measure. In prediction, I think AI leverages the predictive analytics and behavior modeling to detect the possible harms which can be done on the system using some patterns from the historical data, and to forecast the future threats. Like by analyzing the past attack history from the organization, and as Naresh mentioned, the global threat intelligence as well as. Because it is not only about the organization landscape, so we'll have to take the global threat intelligence into also involved in this. They can flag the potential risk, the system can highlight which IP can be used for the upcoming attack, right? And for example, I have been reading, the MIT has developed a system called A12, which runs on a machine learning algorithm along with user feedback, and it is able to predict 85% times correctly before the attacks can happen, right? So such systems are already in place. So I believe with this kind of advancement already in place, the organizations can move from reactive support to the proactive defense, right, going with this kind of emerging attacks.
Thank you, Upkar. Many people, they have already read or they have faced that OT/IT and the supply chain is the major risks in the cybersecurity, in the major threats for the cyber attacks. Next questions, I'm coming to Manpreet. The AI's role for the cybersecurity and detecting cyber threats. Okay. And AI power data correlations and connecting to the attack indications across the multiple data sets. Just like you see, when you have a SIEM, and when you're working, multiple data set is coming up, and you have to correlate it, then you come to a conclusions. Definitely you need a tools which can detect very fast and give you a meaningful information to you. Can you have something, your experience to share with us?
Yeah. So, yeah, so into that, as Upkar sir also said that we have to come from reactive to proactive approach, and the same manner AI is also helping us to create a better proactive approach, like in the SIM, as Sushil sir mentioned. So user behavior analytics is the one thing. Based on that, the AI algorithm runs, and so first of all, we have to understand how the AI basically works. Like AI works on the data basically, and to run that data, they required platform, and then platform basically runs, basically works on the algorithms. So based on that, three combinations, we able to identify the user behavior analytics based on the IOCs and the patterns of the traffic on the logs. Then AI is helping us to detect the threats in the faster manner. Like right now, nowadays, a lot of AI tools are also developed good at the good stage in the cybersecurity, like XDR we are talking about, SOAR we are talking about. A lot of playbooks we have created in the SIM, which can help us to actually minimize the detection response and improve the basically automation to all of the devices. Like in any organization, if we talk about on an average 10 to 12 security devices are there, but it is not easy for team to block all the things at same time in all the areas, right? So in that, I think AI is the only thing who is helping to create the playbook, and if any anomaly or suspicious alerts is detected, it is helping to roll out the policies across the platform and helping to the mitigations.
Thank you, Manpreet. See, each and everything's, if you are using it, let's take, you have a setup of ADR, MDR, XDR, GTN, everything. Everything is coordinated. It is been, the log has been collected, put it in one place, you are analyzing it. How fast you need the analysis? You need some, that is AI who is required, definitely. Anyway, coming to the last questions, it is to Himanshu. Adopting AI to enhance your data security capability. You know, data is gold, okay, and always being data is at risk. And in my cases, in our cases, data means log files. Okay, whatever logs is coming on your network, whether your databases, whether from servers, or whether any security tools, how it will be protected.
Yes, sir. Okay, great. I think some of us would have seen the latest Special Ops series, which is season 2 has just come up. And there it's a beautiful depiction of the weaponization of the critical systems and misutilization or misusage of, or the possibilities of misusing this gold, which at a country level, at a national level, we we would have, right? So correlating to that, in our airport, and we have ventured into maritime, we also are into manufacturing and power generation distribution. So business contextualization is very important. So I would say 3 Ps, from reacting to predicting, prioritizing, and protecting. The business contextualization is very important for not only for the data, but also for the critical systems. Now, data could be utilized, misutilized, it can be weaponized, it can be used against you, and so on and so forth. So idea is to how do you ensure the right encryptions, how do you ensure right backups, how do you ensure the right accesses, the basic cyber hygienes. Everything goes back to the foundation. You have to ensure the hygiene factors are there, and so on and so forth, and ensuring that AI enablement is there at the right stages of all the data. At the time of capturing, at the time of data at rest, at the time of data at movement. While your question is very specific to data, I would also bring up the perspective of the utilization and the decision which is being made using that data. So those decisions, whether they are made in the right manner, whether they are being made by the right set of people, or so on and so forth, that also has to be taken into context. Again, the business contextualization. And I'll take another 10-15 seconds, Dr. Saab, to bring the perspective of, again, the human factor. You did mention about the skill set gaps. Everybody talks about, every study comes up that these many number of skill set gaps and so on and so forth. I think the perspective which I earlier mentioned, the collaborative approach, we are working on a national initiative called NIPUN. It stands for National Initiative for Proficiency in Unified Cyber Defense and Network Protection. We're working closely with some of the government agencies. I invite all of you to learn more about it. It has 4 layers, sir. Leaders like yourself, the first layer is talking about Nipun Niti, which is essentially about framing the right policies at the top. Then we also have Yodhas, the front warriors, Nipun Yodhas. Then we have people have to train as well. Like the AI models, the LLMs and everything have to be trained. Same is the case for the people. Nipun Kaushal, that's where the teachers or the trainers comes into picture. And then we need experts in various fields. For example, manufacturing, we all have been very focused towards weaponization of critical infrastructure. Exactly the point where some of the nuclear plant related examples were shown, and these are realities happening in, globally. We all see these news. So, Nipun Praveen, which is expertise in various sectors. So these 4 layers is something that we are working on. I humbly request all of you to participate in this national initiative. Upkarji, you did mention about the global perspective. I think this is need of the hour, because ultimately we cannot live in silos. We live with frenemies. Who better than Major General Saab here would be able to comprehend that amongst all of us present here. So that global threat intelligence is again playing very important. So that perspective has to be brought into picture, not only for the data perspective, sir, but also from the critical infrastructure perspective.
Thank you, Himanshu. There is another things what I want to speak. Critical infrastructure, it is how to protect it. In government setup, you have to declare that this is my critical infrastructure, and it will be gazetted. It will be notified gazetted manner. And I am from the mains. We have notified 5 critical infrastructure, IT infrastructure, and it is gazettedly it is notified. So simultaneously, people should declare that this infrastructure is critical infrastructure, and they are doing this kind of activities. When you have declared the critical infrastructure, you are want to keep it safe. Second one is that what you are saying, collaborative. Really, that we're supposed to be collaborative, and you are making many sense. All the hackers, they work in collaborative manner. But when my organization is compromised, I don't want to share how it has been compromised and how I have come over from it. If you learn from, if you not learn from the past mistakes and you will not teach these things to others, definitely it is a unsafe for everyone. Because same pattern of attack, it can attack somewhere else. Anyway, I want to conclude it. 2 points I want to conclude it on AI. Whenever you are going for AI, already I have told you it is a black box. And within the black box, you have to put your data. 2 things you have to look into it, that whenever you will go for any AI cybersecurity product, please ask to the vendor that what logs has been tested, that what is the prediction level. And you will not find any vendor to answer it. What model is inside? Whether it is a TensorFlow, whether it is a X regressions, what is there inside? Nobody, even also today's vendors are there, they are giving their products here, they are demonstrating their products. If you ask these questions, they do not have the answer. Second question is that, what logs you have used to test your product, test your model? Because the log has been tested, that log may not be your kind of log. It may not be perform you, what he is explaining you to you, or what he is claiming to you. Third thing is that, garbage in, garbage out. If you put the good quality of data to the model, model will learn and it will give a good result. Model is not in a fault. If you put garbage, in that case, the performance of the model, it will go down. Do you have, what the product you have, performance recycling model? आज जो परफॉर्मेंस दे रहा है, कल दे रहा है कि नहीं है, आपका कोई है क्या सिस्टम? That's supposed to be in place. Always, AI model cannot perform perfectly. Be careful. Thank you.
Thank you so much, honorable panel members. And ladies and gentlemen, a big round of applause for this fantastic panel session on autonomous cyber AI and ML. My deepest regards for this wonderful panel of experts for sharing their knowledge. And we can take 2 quick questions from the audience in the interest of the time. So, opening the floor to the audience, please raise your hands if you have a question, and we will provide you the mic and request you to introduce yourself, your organization, and kindly be specific, the question to which panel member. Can I have the hands, please? Yeah. Can we have one mic here in front? Yeah. Nitinji, if you could kindly keep it raised so that, yeah. I think we will get it there. You are next, after you. Yes, sir. Please introduce yourself, sir.
I'm Colonel Vinod, military veteran, presently at FedEx as manager cybersecurity. My question to the panel is, of course, well covered, and the liked one was especially skill gap, how it has to be covered, and the Nipun aspects, which were very enlightening and learning point of view. My question is basically related to, like, every AI model is dependent upon the training which needs to be conducted, like lastly the doctor covered, which the doctor has covered about it. Now, how do we test that their integrity, intellectual property and security when the base model itself is at threat?
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Any particular panel member would like to answer? Yeah.
See, AI model is your intellectual property, okay? And you have the AI model, and that is to be used by someone else. And how he can convince, because there is a lot of problems. What it is that every vendors, every owner of the AI model, they claim themselves. There is no independent third party who can review or he can rate you. So in that cases, if you will take what you are claiming, is it right or not? How will know it? And this product is not free. You are paying. I'm paying for it. If you required, You can do not disclosure signing forms that I not disclose what logs has been used for this, and you show them. When any vendors is coming to my organization that I have this product, I can do POC. In that case, I'm exposing all my infrastructure to him. And he's doing the POC. Before that, I have to not disclosure form has to be signed. This is the one way to do it. Because if you want to really a product which is required for you, and that model, that product will be useful or not, this is the only way to test it. And from my side, I have to use my own data. Because that data can be used for further to use of your model. I hope you get to my questions, yeah.
Let me add that perspective. I think the perspective which you also tried to bring to the table was how do we get the non-garbage in, non-garbage out, and in collaborative manner. Essentially, like the way Dr. Saab was mentioning about, I paid for this thing, right? The initial investments in terms of the GPUs and the infrastructure and everything, that actually boils down to the kind of accessibility to the right IPs to a larger diaspora. It's my data, right? It's my telemetry. It's how do I go ahead and share it? And I'm talking purely from the perspective as a user, not from a vendor's perspective, not from a solution developer, solution provider's perspective. I think this initiative has to be taken at a national level. And there are a lot of initiatives which are being taken at the country level where a lot of elite institutions, including IITs, NITs, and a lot of larger universities, they have started collaborating. Idea is, I think, in coming years, we would definitely see our own usable models, which will not be the case that I have to pay to buy those studies / inputs / threat intels. I think that's where we as practitioners should start collaborating more. Again, I'll focus on collaboration, because unless and until the industry, the private players do not collaborate, a fine essence of the right business contextualization we will not be able to achieve as a country. That's my take. And thank you for the kind words for Nipun. Happy to share more on that after this.
Thank you so much. Next question, I think Nitinji, you had a question, if you could.
Hello.
Yeah.
Morning, everyone. I'm Nitin Kalra. I'm founder, CEO for Blue Parrot Analytics. Thank you so much for sharing the insights on how AI is helping us going from reactive to more proactive monitoring and engagement and threat detection. My question is, see, we all are here. We know the importance of cybersecurity and the tools, technologies, and AI. My question is the board of directors, since you all representing large organization, is this a hot topic at the board level where the directors of the company, CEOs of the companies are allocating proper time, attention, and funds, more importantly, to cyber protection and cyber threat? Thank you. Thanks.
So very important question. So two things helping on this part. One is regulators, because they are coming with lots of compliances and regulations, because of which there is no choice left. One is that part. Second thing, now government is also mandating independent directors. And for them also, if someone has to be a certified independent director, there also cybersecurity is one of the critical area. So this is definitely a talk of the town or talk of board of directors meetings also, but still lot more has to happen. I think awareness, still there are some old thought process and those places. So I have seen multiple organizations in India, so how things are it's still lacking. Still there is a gap. But I think good amount of improvement last 4-5 years, especially pandemic has boosted this a lot. And post-pandemic also, there is a trend. People are doing that. But I think regulations can play a very critical role in this. So definitely more stringent regulations if coming in, then definitely no choice left for anyone.
One more thing just want to add. It also depend upon organization to organization. the kind of business, you're doing and how critical is that in terms of, the cyber security point of view. There are certain organizations, there are kind of really don't care. And when they say don't care, means will not go to the board. So it's purely depend upon the organization and also the kind of business domain. Just want to add.
Just let me add
Yeah, just to add to what Kaushal and Naresh has told, what I observed, I think is a very paramount question for all of us, right? So I think the awareness has elevated across the board. It is because of the reason Kaushal has mentioned, and additionally, because of the globalization of the operation, industrial operation, because a company is not currently operating in India, they are operating globally also. So even due to the supply chain effect, even the customer demands, customer are now demanding not directly to cyber security team, they are asking the board members, the senior executives, that how secure you are, because there is a condition that if I get involved for a long-term relationship with a company like you and buying your product and services, I need to protect myself, because many times the organization integration, system integration happens. So if your solution is impacting my network in a way, right? So there is a demand. Because of that, board are aware of this fact, and they are asking security teams the paramount things, that how much secure we are, where are the security gaps, and are we enough secured or not. So I think board are much aware of the threats, and even I have observed many places that even in town halls kind of things, when security comes in, they put a lot of restrictions in operation. That I think sometimes a pain point of the operation people, right? Because this is restricted, that is restricted. They raise these questions in town halls that it has to be user friendly. Cyber security is required, no doubt, but it has to be user friendly. I believe even from the board I have seen, they are answering on behalf of security, like why is this required? Because we don't want to be there on the newspaper next day for any eventuality, right? So I think it is the scenarios are changing, and boards are aware and cooperating with the security teams accordingly.
Thank you so much, panel members, and a big round of applause, ladies and gentlemen, once again, and thank you to the panel for answering those questions. I would now like to call on stage Mr. Siddharth Jain, CEO from AiCyberWatch by NGBPS, to kindly come on stage. Siddharth ji, if you could, to felicitate our honorable panel members here. Thank you, Siddharth ji. Please come on stage. We'll start first with Mr. Kushal Kumar Varshney, our industry expert speaker. A big round of applause to Mr. Kushal for his wonderful contribution in the panel session. Moving next to Mr. Naresh Kumar Pathak from Dhampur Bioorganics. A big round of applause to Pathak ji for his wonderful contribution in the panel session. Moving next to Mr. Himanshu Sharma from GRAMAX GMR Group. A big round of applause to Himanshu ji for his wonderful contribution in the panel. Moving next to Mr. Upkar Singh from Gujarat Fluorochemicals. A big round of applause to Upkar ji for his wonderful contribution in the panel session. Moving next to Mr. Manmeet Thakur, our industry expert speaker. A big round of applause to Manmeet ji for his wonderful contribution in the panel session. And now our honorable panel moderator, Dr. Sushil Meher from AIIMS. A big round of applause to Dr. Meher for his wonderful contribution, not just as a panel member, but also as a panel moderator. I would request the panel members, if you could kindly step forward for a group photo. Siddharth, if you could also join them. A big thank you to this esteemed panel here. They spoke for the last 45 minutes on autonomous cyber, AI and ML. I think wonderful insights shared by this panel. Thank you so much, gentlemen, for your valuable insights and time. And thank you so much, Siddharth ji, for doing the honors as well. Thank you so much.